Short video just to explain the calibration process of the Dini Argeo DFW indicators. This is the DFWL LB3, but the process is similar throughout the range. To get into the setup, we switch the scale on, and when we push the up arrow or the tear button, when all 8s are displayed across the screen, and that'll take us into the calibration mode. So it flashes tech and then goes to cal. That's the calibration setup, where we set the scale capacity, division, and we actually do the zero and span calibration. By pushing the enter print button, the scale will display div, which is your scale division or increment. If we select that with the enter button, it shows you what the scale is set to already. Pushing the up and down arrow, you can change the division and the decimal point. I'm going to set this up as 30 kilos by 10 grams, so we'll leave it there. We push enter, then displays capacity. That is the maximum capacity that we'll be weighing on the scale. This one's already set to 30, so that's good. If we want to change it, we just shift the flashing arrow using the side arrow button, and then up and down arrow to change the capacity accordingly. Once we're happy that we have what we require, we push the enter button again. Once we do this, the scale will automatically perform a zero calibration. So we need to make sure that the scale plate is empty and nothing is on it. So we push enter. It says unload, and then it flashes some numbers for a few seconds. It says OK, and that is our zero calibration done. It's now flashing, asking for a calibration weight. Like we did with the capacity, we can shift across. We can change this number accordingly to whatever we want. I have a 5 kilo test weight here, so I'm going to leave it at 5 and store that by pressing enter. It then says load the scale. So we place our test weights on the scale. We entered 5, so we put 5 kilos on. When we're ready, we press enter. Again, the scale flashes some numbers and a few different screens. You come up and say cal OK. At this point it says unload. Now the calibration is completed. If we take the weight off the scale, it will automatically save the calibration data and come back to normal weighing. If for whatever reason we can't unload the scale, we need to leave the calibration weight in there for a while, we can just push the C key and it'll store it and come out of it. The only difference here is when it comes to back on, it'll flash 0 because it's outside of it 0. So it'll flash it 3 times, and then we got that stored back in normal weighing mode. So if we take the weight off, come back to 0, put it back on, 5 kilos. And that's it, calibration done.